welcome to the Fall Off Podcast.
We talk about music, movies, mostly anything to do with entertainment.
We'll even talk about conspiracy theories here and there.
So sit back and enjoy the Fall Off Podcast.
Welcome to the Fall Off Podcast.
Today we will be reviewing some of the albums that came out this year.
These albums have been highly anticipated for a while now, and we've seen multiple different reactions from each of the albums. Like, you've probably seen reactions to mostly like Playboi Carti. It's been highly anticipated, sort of, because it's been delayed and lied about for years. Actually, right after a whole lot of Red release, it's been teased a couple times.
Okay.
Like, and there's actually been like last year, I've seen some YouTube videos that's been like different types of albums of what people wanted. What?
Can you hear the rain through the
I
mics?
can hear it. We're just gonna have to deal with it at this
Chat,
point.
there's a chance that that podcast is going to end today. It could be.
No.
If it happens, we're going to post the post credits on Instagram. We're going to finish the episode tomorrow. But we should get it today. Continue, William.
Because these albums have been highly anticipated and pretty popular for this year, we thought we shared our views on each and every one of them. We have 6 different albums. The first one we are talking about is, and it came out the end of January, Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd.
Oh, The Weeknd! I had
This
enough
is
of-
actually Abel's, The Weeknd's real name is Abel Tesfaye. I think that's how you say it.
I thought after Fortnite season chapter 5, season 1, I would not be able to listen to The Weeknd anymore after they played it for a whole year.
But holy crap, that album, come on.
It was good. I did listen to it on the way to workouts every morning. It's good for the sunrise.
This is actually going to be Abel's last album under the persona of The Weeknd.
I got you.
Like, so he first used the persona The Weeknd in 2011 when he dropped his only 3 mixtapes, House of Balloons, Thursday, and I think Echoes of Silence, in which it turned into a compilation called The Trilogy, or just Trilogy, including 3 extra bonus songs for each mixtape. And this album really just made me feel like I should go back and listen to the first of his discography. And actually, it works so well because it sounds like it's looping back into his first mixtape. The last song back into his first song.
Yeah. I know. I get that kind of.
As I was listening to this, while my sister was playing TGIF volleyball in Bowie. We were going to be with my grandparents after that last game, which was 9:30.
I got you.
I listened to it while she's playing. I'm outside in the car. I'm listening to every single song. I'm seeing how good it is, and holy crap, it's like my ears are just being blessed for some reason.
Oh!
But you want to know how many of the tracks I gave a perfect score? 7. 7 of the 20.
He was doing nothing.
Why was that perfectly timed after I said 7? 7 of the tracks out of the 22 being a perfect score is good for the album, especially when I gave this album its worst track is an 85 from what I gave it. I didn't rate 2 of them because one of them's 12 seconds, one of them's 22, and they're basically just like skits.
Yeah.
So we don't really count them against the album. They match well with the album, like as transitioning into something.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
It's insane. It just feels like it's normal. Also, this had probably the best transition I have ever heard, like between 2 songs, like Baptized in Fear to Open Hearts.
Let's hear it.
I feel like we might get copyrighted for this.
Nah. Okay, now he's watching wrestling.
Just so we don't get copyrighted, I might take this out of the thing.
Well, copyright includes like clips, so like we could probably do like a 15 second clips.
There's not a specific set time for that.
Okay, then never mind, huh?
So yeah, I am going to show them this, but it's probably going to be bleeped out due to copyright.
I got you, gang. Hey, that's the one thing I love to hear. I love to hear
this
the
album
first
is how
artist
you
song.
end a discography. Come on.
That's what I like to hear. I like to hear the artist's first ever song to see where they were and how they become over time.
Exactly. That actually was the reason I listened to House of Balloons, and you can see how the Weeknd persona has gotten to be this popular.
Yeah.
Especially with the most streamed song of all time on Spotify, which is crazy for Abel.
What's another thing I want to do is, actually no, that's a sidetrack. I'll post it on the Instagram.
The fact that you said that and your snap immediately went off.
Oh,
Mute
silence.
your phone, but Cruz, you have not given an input on this album. What do you think of it?
The Weeknd, right?
Just yes
Yeah.
or no.
Oh,
man.
this is actually
Just
one of the
yes
ones I
or no.
listen to. I think it's actually pretty good. You know, the songs, you know, they sound pretty good. You know, he's always just been a good artist. He's been able to drop some good songs and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty good album.
This is another things you can like imagine it happening before your eyes too, like giving it a whole story. And the thing is, this did not exist while he was making the movie for it. None of this existed, except for maybe Timeless. I don't know. But the fact that it's actually coming out with a film, May 16th actually, that's not too long. It's gonna be pretty crazy too. So yeah, this is like another vividly produced album by like what 20 maybe 25 producers maybe. Oh, also I just want to say this isn't Abel's last album. He's probably gonna have another one under a different persona, so I'm ready for what he has next. If this was the last thing under the Weeknd,
Okay.
then I am ready. All right, are you guys ready for the next album?
Yeah. We're ready.
Also, I was gonna put like some reissues on here, but I feel like that wouldn't be fair to the other newer albums because reissues are basically just extra tracks added to another album.
Yeah.
So the next album we have, let me check. Oh, music by Playboi Carti.
Oh, Playboi Carti.
All right, I actually have something to say. This flunks. Like all the hype building up, it did not build up to the hype. The songs weren't even that good, really. Let's be honest here. There's only like a few good songs in that whole entire album.
We can all agree the worst song was
we
OPM
can-
Baby.
All we can
Yeah.
say is that he could have done better.
He could have done much
definitely
better.
could have done better.
Like half of this album is just mid.
Yeah.
Like look at the track ratings I put for it.
Yeah, that's pretty much definition.
Like the first
of, like,
half
I'm
has
gonna make
some mid and some green, and then the second half goes into it's
There's might
either
be-
mid or bad.
This might be just a cash out album, like just to get some cash out of it.
Oh, wait.
But on the reissue part, he did release some of the good songs like from last year onto streaming services, which is good. So that part we can raise the score a little bit, but
Oh yeah.
oh, I forgot. We needed to rate the Weeknd's last album.
6 out of 10.
Ooh.
A 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd give it an 8 and an 8.5.
I give it a
The
9.7.
Weeknd from 2023 is still hitting me in the head, so like, it still kind of hurts to listen. I listen.
What
to
did
way
the
too
Weeknd do in 2023?
much. Chapter 5, season 1, I think. It like Fortnite kind of. That was when me and my friend played it all the time, and
Buddy, I haven't played Fortnite in months.
I haven't played it in 2 years.
I might have not played it in a year.
That's not true.
I haven't played it in 2 years. And bro, when I say it was bad, I mean like for 2 seasons, it was just the Weeknd. They were abusing that man. They were grabbing his stuff and beating it with a rod. So I had enough of listening to the Weeknd for
Okay, back to Carti's album. We can all agree that the best song would probably have to be "We All Need the Vibes" with Young Thug and
Young Thug.
Yeah, I think that is the best one.
who else was it?
Thug.
Young Thug and Ty Dolla $ign. That one was pretty good. Young Thug coming back from, I think he was in jail, but he was released on a plea deal. Like he would be, I think, on house arrest and no,
How'd he get on house arrest?
RICO charges.
Oh.
What charges?
RICO. That's what it's called.
Why
It's
is
an
it
acronym.
always with the artists? Getting in either in prison or murdered.
I don't know, but he can't have contact with any gang members or anything like that, except for Gunna, which is understandable.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact details, but hey, it's better than full-time jail. Come on. Like, plea deal, we'll take it. He's back home. He's back where he needs to be. We're happy with that.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, most of this album definitely could have been better. The thing that took this album, saying it took 5 years, I think it sounds like it took 5 months.
Yeah.
And you're just messing with us or something.
You're just toying with us.
Also, the person who kept leaking Carti's songs got arrested, and while he was getting arrested, he decided to play one more leak.
and I'm going down. You're going down with me. Uploads like the worst part of all the thing.
No, I think he did it live though. He recorded it too and posted it.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. I will admit, I did start to get a little bit hyped for the album when the first song played, because Pop Out, it sounded pretty experimental for what it sounded like. You know that,
Yeah.
like when Nakimon, that's that. Like, I started going, like not crazy, but not like
Insane.
bored, not bored, but
bored.
not crazy. It was pretty good for how it started. It did start to feel like it was just getting into a longer and longer album.
I feel like I Am Music is just not something I'd want any of the songs on like a playlist or something. I just feel like the songs were underdue. It took them 5 years, you know.
Some of the songs you could put on the playlist.
Some of them were alright. I don't think any of them was like really hit songs. Nothing you like jam out to. Maybe there's like one song on there that you jam out to because I remember listening to it. It was alright. But that's pretty much the only one. And besides that, the rest of the album is pretty much mid.
I'm gonna have to go with Cruise on that. It's not much to go for.
True. Like you could have at least taken most of the mid songs off there, and then we probably would have been
That's the thing.
crazy with it.
I'm noticing this now. Back in like 2020, 2018, there were so many songs coming up, and now I feel like we're just getting like one good banger a year.
Not wrong, but so what do you feel like we should rate this album, including like the other like 2024 songs?
It gets the job done. It gets
Including the reissue with the songs now in
It
stream.
gives what we want, but it doesn't give everything. So I'd give it probably like 7.5, 8 if I change my mind on some of the songs. I think.
Like for the regular version, I gave at least a 6.5, maybe. For the reissue, I
I agree with that rating.
For the reissue, I give at most an 8.
At most an 8.
At most.
I'll say like at most 7.5.
That's around what I put. I put 78 out of 100 on ASY.
Okay.
I'd rate it like a 5.
Also, I just want to say on the Instagram and on my personal Instagram, I put a link showing where my music opinions are, aoty.org. The link's already on there if you want to go check it out. You don't have to, I'm just saying. Next up, we have Ken Carson's More Chaos.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds like it says it does, rage music.
Yeah, it
Like
does sound
every
like rage
song,
music.
every song you can just hear like loud 808s or something going in the background. And I feel like his laughing is his new tag or whatever.
Yeah, I understand. I feel that.
That's literally the most I hear all this album. So this one, I would say again, like another hit or miss kind of album. Like it's mostly mid, but there are some good songs.
Oh yeah.
Like it did add a bonus track, which we didn't initially see on Spotify or anything, but Tidal had Off the Meter. Off the Meter being the bonus track is fine. It's not bad. I will say that. Like it's good for what it is. You got Ken Carson, Playboi Carti, and Destroy Lonely. Yeah. Like most of Opium right there. And honestly, they do make a good song together. That's the highest rated of the album.
Yeah, I can
But
feel
all that, I would say the best ones I can think of initially are Kryptonite, Life Leak, and Lord of Chaos.
I love Kryptonite.
Kryptonite was good. Come on. Lord of Chaos because it just
smashed. It was good.
it matched with the feeling and it just lit something. I don't know.
It
But
came in and said, "Hold the mic."
I feel like the worst song. I don't know what the worst song could be, but it says on here that it's probably 200 Cash. I haven't fully finished this album because I had other stuff going on, but
Yeah.
I did listen to most of it. So there's also other songs that people say are good: Black Rockstar, Trap Jump, Thanks, and then the others I mentioned.
Yeah.
So at least he released it when he said he would, and not just delayed it multiple times, like Carti did. So
Cardi B.
we can give him a little bit more credit for what it is, but
You know, it's all right. You know, since the start of the year, I didn't really expect anything great to come out of songs right now. So for start of the year, I'd say it's pretty good for start of the year music, you know, because start of the year is always rough for, you know, albums or whatever. It's always been. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't.
Like, it's not as good as his previous album, Great Chaos.
Nothing has hit like they used to, you know.
Yeah.
I just
He's good
wish
at what he does, but it's not just exactly what people like.
It's-
if you know what I mean.
It's not just music anymore. It's all this yappery.
All right, so yeah, I'd probably get this album like maybe a 6 out of 10.
A 6.
A 6 or a
That sounds
6.5.
very fair. It
Like-
gets the job done.
It gets the job done. What about you two?
I'm gonna agree with William. I'm gonna give it a 6 as well.
I'll just give it a, like a 4.
Next one. This one's a posthumous album. Mac Miller's Balloonerism. I will say this, Mac Miller's probably one of the best rappers to come out with jazz rap or abstract hip hop, along with whatever else it has to offer.
Yeah.
Like, this album as a posthumous album is really good. His label, since he died, has actually been treating his music nicely. Like, it's not just like random songs you find unfinished. Like, take notes, X's and Juice's label.
Take notes, man. I mean, wait, and he did?
Yeah, both of them are dead. I'm talking to your label.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, take notes, dead guy.
But this album, since he died, 2 of his albums have released Circles about 5 years ago,
Okay.
which was it was actually his highest rated in his discography.
Okay.
And then this one, Balloonerism, which actually had an earlier version, but I'm guessing they've worked on it for a while. And I'm glad they did, because with how this came out, holy crap.
Balloon Foolery.
I actually started crying when I heard Mac's voice again, because the fact that he died 7 years ago,
Tragic.
the same year as X died and the year before Juice died, that's actually very sad to see someone with such potential just go away.
Yeah. It's like there's so much more to them, and nobody shows it.
I remember when he died, you know how Ariana Grande used to date him before he died?
Yeah.
When he was found dead, Ariana actually called him over 900 times
God.
just to hear his voice again. That was probably one of the saddest things you could think of.
Yeah, that's love right there, though.
That is. She even mentions him in an album somewhere a year after he died, saying, "Wish I could sing it to Malcolm because he was an angel."
That's sad.
That's very sad. And when she performs the song live, whenever she gets to that part, she actually starts tearing up. You can see it in videos. It's actually so sad. The influence that Mac Miller has brought to us, and dying at the age of 27 is sad.
It's amazing.
We're just glad he could bring something in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I know a little bit about Mac Miller. Not a lot, though. I listened to like one song off of this because, I mean, it's like, it's something you play. I like it a little bit.
Like, Mac Miller's probably an underrated artist. Not many people listen to him, but holy crap,
He can cook. He can cook.
He can.
Gosh, bro.
He's probably, from what I've heard, oh my goodness.
Great heavens, the gods
Get
are
on the
punished.
tape!
From what I heard, he's probably at least in the top 3 of abstract hip hop,
Oh, yeah.
and one of the best of jazz rap, from what he is.
Oh, yeah.
I would say he's at least second to MF Doom, if not the best.
Doom?
Of what?
I would not compare him to Almighty Doom.
Wait.
I mean,
What is he-
MF Doom was influential. You know he died too, right?
Yeah, MF Doom.
But yeah, I'd probably get this album like a 9 out of 10.
I can agree.
I'll give it like an 8.
Wait,
You haven't even heard it. I don't think you can give a rating.
I'd give it an 8.5.
That's fair. All right, next album. This is Drake and Party Next Door's Triple Dollar Sign for You. I'm not gonna say the actual title because.
I'm sorry, but this has to be some of the worst. That has to be one of the worst albums I've ever heard.
Oh my!
I'm giving it a
goodness.
5. I'm giving it a 4 off bat. Off rip. It's so bad.
Oh, you know what I'm giving it? A 1.2.
Dang. There was
Holy
like
crap.
one mid song in the whole thing.
Not what I put, but I would just say they don't have chemistry in
At
making
all.
songs at all. Like
Nothing works.
There were 3 songs with only Drake, and those are probably the best songs on here.
Nothing works. Nothing works in that song. Not a single
Barely
thing.
anything works. Oh my goodness!
Guys, I'm so sorry for the audio click.
If you're, then
That's the store.
I will say at the starting song, CN Tower, it did start to bring a little bit of hope, and then we get further into the album. And then we get to meet your Padre, and I'm like,
I
get-
to meet your Padre, pay my respects to your Padre, mi amor.
as soon as it gets to that part, I'm like, all right, I'll give it a pity point. Skip.
I'll give it a pity point.
I gave it a 1 out of 100.
You get 1 pity point. I feel bad for you.
Yeah, 1 pity points. Trying to speak a different language.
He's trying to
It looks like it looks like he has Google Translate playing in his ears while he's trying to sing, and then he's just like, what?
He's just trying to show off his lingo.
It was not what we needed exactly. Actually, no, there are 6 songs with only Drake and 1 with only Party Next Door. So what was this album for anyway?
Yeah, what was the point of this? Was this supposed to be a comeback to Kendrick?
No. After his last few flops, let's just see. This is not what we needed at all.
I don't think it deserves time in our podcast.
1 out of 10.
Yep, move on. Forget about it.
Cruz
Huh?
rating.
Oh, 0 out of 10, I guess.
Negative.
All right,
4.
the last album we have to talk about, and thank goodness we actually had enough time.
Yay!
WITHERED by David. This is actually something we talked about in the last episode. This is one of the albums we talked about in the last episode of upcoming albums.
Keep talking. Just keep talking. I can't get a good pic. Yep.
Yeah.
We can post it on the Instagram.
Am I oral farming?
I actually managed to edit it all the way, and so that we can get it out before David's album came. And then I listened to it the same day I listened to the Weeknd's album. This is probably one of the best albums of all time. Being his debut album is crazy because I just felt like everything was perfect in this album. The production, the vocals, the instruments, everything. And he records the vocals on BandLab.
Yeah, he cooked.
Through his phone.
He cooked.
He's
just that good.
In his closet or in the studio.
Not in the closet.
He's been doing that for most of the time. But come on, you can't say it's bad. It was holy crap. You can hear like multiple different forms of like soft rock, pop, R&B. Like you can hear all that into one thing. I knew he was a promising artist since his EP Petals to Thorns and from his other EP The Lost Petals. He just proved it with this album. This album is phenomenal, and I just like whenever it gets to the last album, whenever it sounds like a whole orchestra making something, I'm just like floating in the car, like unable to go to space because I'm blocked by the sunroof. Even the interlude was good. Like even though it was just talking, it was probably something really good. Please.
Not this again. Not the phone.
And Tate, believe it or not, your favorite song, Feel It, is in there.
Yeah!
I saw something of it earlier. I think there was a glitch with either Spotify or AOTY, maybe both. But Feel It wasn't in the album. I guess I don't know exactly what happened, but they made sure to add it in later because I had the pre-saved version of it and Feel It was on there, so it wasn't on here, so I made sure to like make a correction. But when it was added, it initially had a score of 98 out of 100 on AOTY.
That's good.
Only because there were more ratings, it brought it down to a 92. But still, a 92 is crazy.
That's still good.
From 228 ratings, I'm guessing some people can't or just don't rate the tracks and just rate the album, which is fine. But I would recommend this album to anyone who has likes indie pop, bedroom pop, or whatever. Can you please stop, Cruz?
Against the Pokemon Batman.
Got a little potty, Batman.
WITHERED, yeah, David really, he's always been an artist that's been around and stuff, but he really blew up with Feel It when he did it for Invincible. Mm-hmm. And I think that actually helped this podcast out quite a bit, because he's already, for music, he's already big with the Invincible show. And I just think that helped the album.
I am glad Romantic Homicide blew up his career in the first place, because it got 2 of his songs in the Billions Club. Over 1 billion streams.
God!
And Feel It, I think, is starting to reach half a billion, which is crazy. So yeah, I would rate this album a 10 out of 10. No question.
Yeah, I can agree. I would rate it, hear me out, just because of Feel It alone, I'm rating it a 9.5. It's such a good album.
I'll give it an 8.
This guy, he doesn't make all kinds, but he makes the music that he wants to make, and he does good at it so well.
He does.
He makes what he makes, and it cooks. He got his target audience.
He did. He definitely did. So, yeah, that's all the albums we have to talk about. Thank you guys for listening to the Fall Off Podcast.
We hope you understood our view on each album.
We'll see you guys next time.